So the FTC has appealed the Activision Blizzard case, but I think the FTC is grasping at straws. I don't know that it changes. I don't know that it changes in time. I think this is a done deal ultimately. And with that, we have the president of Blizzard stating that we have got a lot coming. This is Mike Ibarra. Shout out to Mike Ibarra. Quick fun fact, back in the day when we were on Mixer, myself, X1 Bros, and I, we Quick would stop by our streams quite frequently. Mike Ibarra, he actually got us into the Xbox Fan Fest in Los Angeles, I think in the 2019 E3. We got to take a picture with him. He's a super nice guy. He came down and said hello to us. Very much like and appreciate Mike Ibarra, and I think he's done a good job over at Blizzard. And he said, the sleeping giants awake and is in full force after this decision. I think they're right. And so let's take a look at actually what he said on Twitter. He said, we have so much coming from such talented teams. Some people told me years ago Blizzard was a quote-unquote sleeping giant. To them, I say, the sleeping giant is awake and in full force. Players are the center of everything we do and always will be. We are just getting started. Very excited. We know that there's some IPs that are unnamed that they're working on. I would be willing to bet that we get another StarCraft coming down the pike. I think he's working hard on World of Warcraft. I know he himself was a big World of Warcraft guy, a big World of Warcraft player. I think he's the right guy over at Blizzard, honestly, and I think things are definitely improving. This Diablo 4 that just dropped is so good. It is perfection. It is very well done. Very, very well done. The best Diablo to date, in my opinion, as far as gameplay is concerned. And so let's take a look. The sleeping giant. Blizzard really is a sleeping giant. And I thought, let's take a look over at their website and their gaming library and just talk, what does this mean for Xbox? What games could we see come to Xbox? So obviously we have Diablo 4 that is already there. We're going to see this on Game Pass. Now, Mike Ibarra did kibosh that the other day when he said, when rumors were swirling, hey, Diablo 4 is coming to Game Pass. No, it wasn't. This was pre the FTC ruling, FTC versus Microsoft ruling, and I think eventually it's inevitable. We are going to get Diablo 4 on Game Pass. I think that's inevitable. That's the big title. Microsoft would be foolish not to include that on Game Pass. Now, Overwatch 2, I think Overwatch has its best days are behind it, at least at this point. So nothing big there, not super concerned. I think the big question for a lot of people is World of Warcraft. What happens with World of Warcraft? Now, a lot of players have said, and I've said it myself and didn't realize, why don't they put their subscription on Game Pass with World of Warcraft? You'd immediately get all of the World of Warcraft gamers onto Game Pass. But as Jez Corden correctly points out, and I've seen multiple discussions on this, I don't think that's possible. That's my fanboy wishful thinking there. As he points out, their economics is based on their subscription. That's why you've not seen ESO and other subscription games come to Game Pass. While the game is on Game Pass, the subscription is not. There's no free subscription to the game on Game Pass. So that's another thing. But the question really for World of Warcraft is, does it come to console? I think yes. I think the answer is yes. And the reason is because I think you've got like Black Desert Online there. You've got ESO there. You've got Fallout 76 over there. I think it's doable. I think it's time. I think it would be huge. I think it would blow up its numbers. And then maybe what you do is instead of a subscription, you just give bonuses for Game Pass. You get some sort of bonus for playing it on Game Pass versus playing it elsewhere. Because you can still put that bonus, wrap that bonus inside of Game Pass on PC as well. So very cool. What will be interesting is, does the Blizzard launcher still exist? Long term, it will obviously for the foreseeable future. Long term, do we eventually, 5 years from now, 6 years from now, does the Blizzard launcher just become one with the Xbox app on PC? It would be interesting to see. You obviously have Diablo Immortal, which I don't think is showing up on the screen. It's just off to the side here. I don't think Diablo Immortal, that's separate. Diablo 4 is the game to come. The one that I think, and I've always wondered to myself, why is this game not on Xbox or PlayStation, and that is Hearthstone. And I'm sure it has something to do with the percentage that you would give up when you purchase card packs. However, you are giving up a percentage in the App Store and on the Google Play Store when you do that. But I think Hearthstone comes to console as well. That's the other big one. StarCraft, now we have had StarCraft on console before. In fact, the first StarCraft I played, and I played a lot of on the Nintendo 64, it was a lot of fun. It was not perfect, obviously. That's different. But you do have games like Halo Wars 2. I don't know if you bring StarCraft to console. I think it's a little bit trickier. I think you could do it. I think it would be great. I think it would be fun to just be able to hop on and do it. It would take a rework of the controls. And like I said, Halo Wars 2 has done a great job with that. There's other real-time strategy games that have done Age of Empires has done a really good job of that. So let me take that back. I think StarCraft does eventually come to console as well. Absolutely. But you can see, so that's just, I mean, each of these games, keep in mind that we're talking about here, are absolutely huge, absolute powerhouses. And for Xbox to have these, for these to have some sort of opportunity, the potential to come to Xbox is huge. Not to mention the games that they're not talking about. So let's reread Mike Ybarra's statement. There's a reason. I don't think that this is an accident that he tweets this out. We have so much coming from such talented teams. And he said before, there's stuff being worked on that we don't know about. Some people told me years ago Blizzard was a sleeping giant. To them, I say the sleeping giant is awake and in full force. Players are the center of everything we do and always will be. Amen. Mike Ybarra, I am very excited to see that sleeping giant wake up and start crushing it. The Blizzard of my childhood. The Blizzard that took a genre and simplified it, and by simplifying it, made it more accessible, made it more deep, as a result, and made it better. Just better. You took genres and made them the best they could be. That's the Blizzard of my childhood. And I would love to see them just firing on all cylinders again. And based off, if this Diablo launch is any hint, right, any foresight of things to come, I think we're in for good times. I think we're in for big times as gamers, and I think the sleeping giant may be awake. Regardless, it's very exciting. I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you think, let's ask this. Do you think World of Warcraft comes to console? I do. Do you think Hearthstone comes to console? I also do. StarCraft, that's a question. Do we get another StarCraft? Because we know StarCraft development has been finito for a while. Do we get StarCraft? I would like to see a new StarCraft. StarCraft is historic. And I think a player-based mentality like Mike Ybarra is one to bring back the StarCraft series. I would love to see that. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I'm X1 the Gamer. We talk all Xbox all the time right here. And we'll see you guys next time.